You can do it! Further adventures in Japan!
Hello, all you wonderful people. I'm out here at Universal Studios Japan. I'm cold, I'm wet. Let's go see what they're adding for Halloween Horror Nights this year on a little bit of a walking tour. Come along with me.
Tis be a rainy day, children. I'm going to be talking like a pirate for the next couple minutes. As you can see, the roller coasters aren't going because it's raining and people can't stand getting wet on roller coasters. No, no, no. They can't do it. All right, we've entered the park. Let's go walk around and see if they've added anything. Right now, the rain dome is coming in handy. Everyone's over there like, I don't want to get wet. Spider-Man is on his phone right now.
So in a little under 2 weeks from this is being filmed, Halloween Horror Nights is going to start on September 9th, which is a Friday. So things are about to change very, very soon. Following on that handy-dandy map from the entrance of the park, this is where Trauma 2 is going to be. Right now, it's Death Note: The Escape. And it should be pretty interesting when it changes over because they have a whole lot of space to work with. Everything right behind me was a part of the Biohazard, the escape room, and I have a feeling that they're going to use a good majority of that for the Trauma Haunted House. It is probably going to be about 3,000 yen, which is about $30 extra to do. It's the Upcharge House. And this is the second year they're doing that, so they're beating Halloween Horror Nights in America by a whole year, kids. By a whole year. To say the space that they have for this is small is to do it an injustice. An injustice. America. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Jimmy in the Trauma Extreme House. He figured out that there's going to be a button that you can hold on the whole time. I think they call it a dead man's button. It's to prove that you're strong enough and you can take the intensity. If you can hold it down the whole time, you're not a dead man. They still got the Yokai, the real attraction here, which I really wish I could film. They give you a little watch and you're actually hunting the Yokais. There's a like boss ending video game segment. I noticed that there's a little Yokai sitting by himself. Might as well join him, right? Following along that handy-dandy map that I'm digitally animated, the 4D Theater, which is right behind me right now, and right now they're showing the Dragon Ball Z attraction, but in the near future it's going to be the Haunted School, which should be pretty spooky and ooky. I've seen it last year, it was okay. They're also doing that in Backdraft, which we'll go back to in a minute. Check out this cup, it's got Freeze in it. It looks so freaking awesome. So if we're continuing on that map right now, this building on my left is where the Chucky Haunted House will be, which I believe is Chucky's Horror Factory 3, which means they've done it for 3 years. Last year, the Chucky Haunted House had one of the coolest endings. It actually had like a show ending. Chucky was riding on someone with a chainsaw, cutting off their head and pushing you out of the place. It was so cool! So if we continue down the road, we get to Space Fantasy, which last year was a Sadako attraction. This year, I don't think they're doing anything with it, but they did shut off the lights last year, and you got to ride through the roller coaster all in the dark. Continuing on with the tour, we have Cyberdyne Systems over here, aka Terminator 2, which is where there's going to be a Sadako attraction where she actually takes over the ride. It starts off like the normal experience, and then when they show the Cyberdyne Systems, look at what we got Skynet coming! Sadako takes over the show, and it becomes a completely different show. You may be wondering yourself and saying, hey Scott, where all the scare zones gonna be? Actually, they're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. The only place that they won't scare is the kids area, because that's where the kids are. And there's actually a safety route. If you have family here, at 6 o'clock, this place turns into Halloween Horror Nights. Before that, at noon, the haunted houses open up, but at 6 o'clock proper, that's when the actual haunted houses start opening. In case you were wondering, in Japan, yes, they do still have a firehouse, but there are no Ghostbusters here. By the way, the new movie bombed in Japan. Did anyone see Ghostbusters? And just so you guys know, I'm a big Justin Scarred fan, so tell him I say, how you doing? If anyone can take a picture of this and send it to him, that'd be awesome possum. How is it going? So let's backtrack a little. Over by the Space Fantasy section, there's a turn to the left. If you go down that way, you'll see a very important place if you want to experience the entirety of Halloween Horror Nights out here. So this building right behind me, which I'm getting wet to show you, that's how important it is. Right now, AKB48 is playing inside there, but when Halloween Horror Nights comes up, that's when it's going to be either a line or a distribution point for tickets to actually go be able to do the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Haunted House and the Exorcist Haunted House. Also, just so you guys know, right there is where you actually have to register your annual pass. It's not done when you first buy your ticket. It's right there. And believe me, that's a really fun experience, especially if you don't know any Japanese. So speaking of Nightmare on Elm Street and The Exorcist, let me show you where those houses are going to be this year. In this building right here, which might look familiar to you as like, I don't know, a video arcade to you, which is right next to Spider-Man. This is where the Nightmare on Elm Street haunted house will be and The Exorcist haunted house will be. If you guys watched the last video I came to Halloween Horror Nights, you might remember this building was where the Biohazard The Real was, and now it is Nightmare on Elm Street and Exorcist, which means no Biohazard this year. That's kind of sad. That was like the bread and butter of Universal Studios Japan. Down this alleyway, there'll be a zombie photo op. It's much like the Walking Dead zone they had over in Orlando, where there was like a bunch of pikes and the zombies were walking into it. They're kind of waiting for you to come over and get a picture with them. Ooh, it's spooky, and it costs $15. I don't know, it costs something ridiculous.
Still holding those sunglasses.
Now on the map it says that Back to the Future is no more, there's nothing there but trees, but I assure you there is something still there, which is being rethemed into a Minions ride. So in the Backdraft attraction this year, they're going to have another haunted school related attraction. I have no idea what they're going to add there. This is the cheapest place to eat, the Dragon's Pearl. I've done the research. It is the cheapest place to get food. Speaking of strange places to have a haunted house, last year they had the Nightmare on Elm Street haunted house in Lombardi's. Now this area is another way around the Back to the Future ride and is where the J-Horror area is going to be. You just go down that way and take a short left, and that's where the J-Horror area will be with the Living Doll haunted house. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to see any construction of that, but if I was intelligent, I would go on that ride right there. I mean from the line, not from the ride, because you don't want to bring anything on this ride. Time to go on the most intense ride here, the Flying Dinosaur. It's raining a little too hard, so we're looking like they're evacuating the ride right now. I waited 2 hours for that dinosaur ride to come back on, and unfortunately I'm not making it on. I'm getting evac'd right now. Well, evac'd, I'm volunteering to leave. I did all that to get one shot, and it didn't work. So I guess you'll just have to experience it with me, huh? It's night now. Let's go out in the rain.
Yeah, they've closed it. It's temporarily out of service.
Just walking in the rain. Doo 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 doo.
Getting soaking wet. Da 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 da. It's a ghost train! There's no one on it! They all got eaten by dinosaurs!
Now would be the perfect time to go on this ride, but I don't feel like getting wet. I'm already wet, so why go on it?
I've literally wasted enough time in Jurassic Park for one day. I can head around and look at the rest of the park.
So we're now in the Amity area. If anyone's watching for Orlando, I bet you're jealous that they still have this at land and they have the ride Jaws here. But if you want to see the ultimate juxtaposition of Harry Potter and Jaws living in harmony for right now, check out this shot. Yep, that's the Jaws ride with Harry Potter's Hogwarts castle looming in the background. How, like, foreshadowing is that, right? I think it's cool that they're living in harmony for right now, but I have a feeling that Jaws is going to be kicking a chum bucket, if you know what I mean. Oh, speaking of Harry Potter, this year at Halloween Horror Nights, for the first time ever in a Harry Potter park or Harry Potter area, they're actually using it as a scare zone. There's going to be a Death Eater scare zone. Let's go see what that looks like at night and imagine what the Death Eaters will be like walking around here. The entrance to this place is awesome. It looks like something out of a Celtic world. And if that wasn't enough for you, the walk there is actually through a forest. You gotta watch out, there's some really lousy drivers around here. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Tell me this does not look cool at night! Whoa!
So I'm here with the conductor of the Hogwarts Express.
Hello there.
I don't even believe it. Now, I heard a rumor that there's going to be Death Eaters here in this area coming up very, very soon.
Well, I certainly hope not, but perhaps during Halloween time they tend to show up.
They tend.
Yes, they tend to.
Not 9. They tend.
Yes.
They tend. Okay, so would you say they arrive right on time?
Oh, I don't know. They're not like the Hogwarts Express. They don't run as clearly as we do.
I see. Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome,
Have
sir.
a wonderful day.
Cheers.
I really feel like there should be like a roller coaster or something behind me right now. it's a convenience to use the bathroom here.
Man, this place is gonna be awesome with Death Eaters just coming after you and chasing around.
I mean, even the conductor of the Hogwarts Express knows what's up. To those people watching that love going to Islands of Adventure, you know, you may have a Hulk, we have a lake. That's the difference. Also, our ride's in 3D out here. Upon leaving Harry Potter, we go to the bluest section of the park, and also the safe zone of the park, which is the kid zone, a place that I barely tread. I give it up to the brave souls that are doing this. It is really wet, and you know they're getting soaked doing it. Let's go see in Snoopy Studios. I've never filmed that before. Let's go in. They got a Snoopy roller coaster here. Listen, where do you want me to start? I got a million problems. So we got some mail here. There's someone living in there. I want to know, Charlie, why is everybody always picking on you? Whoa, check it out, they got some merchandise. Some Fortnite merchandise. Got Dracula Snoopy. In case you wanted some Snoopy underwear that says Fortnite. Spooky socks. Now some people ask me, why does the park close at like 9 or 10? Why doesn't it stay open to 1, 2, 12 o'clock at night? Because everyone takes the trains. The train stops around 1. You want to make sure that everyone who works here is able to get home, you know? So that's why Halloween Horror Nights really does start at noon. So as you would expect, the kids area is going to stay kid friendly. So if you come in here looking for scary zombies, you won't find them in here, but you'll find them everywhere else in the park. No joke, this ride is the longest wait in the park at all times. It's always like 120 minutes. Since it's raining, there's no one here. And if you haven't told me already, this is how you get to Sesame Street. Right behind me is Sesame Street. I'm really wet right now. No, it doesn't have a line, so why not go on the carousel? I almost called it a Ferris wheel. Hey, look, it's Waldo. I found him. Oh my God. I've chosen a frog. My power animal. Look at this power animal. There's something so magical about Ferris wheels, especially when you're almost turning 30. You look like a sweaty mess and you haven't shaved your face correctly. Honestly, in its own merits, the kid zone here is actually kind of scary. Right about here is where the threshold of the zombies will be for the Halloween Horror Nights. Right by Mills Dive-In. Oh, they're so clever. They take out the I and or the R and the B. I can't spell. The park looks amazing at night. Like all the lights, everything out here looks so cool. If there's anything that makes me miss home, it's this little road, because it looks very similar to the one in Orlando, especially the Swab's Farm you see, but it's purple, or pink, I'm sorry. It's still crazy to see something you grew up with in a different country. Well, thank you for watching this trip around Universal Studios Japan, checking out all the sights, all the sounds, trying to find some Halloween Horror Nights stuff. There wasn't much here, but in a couple of weeks, in just 2 weeks, this place is going to be a madhouse of scariness. Boogie, 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 boogie. And also kid-friendly stuff. It's raining like crazy. Water and electricity don't work too well, and my phone is made of electricity, I think. I don't know how that works. Don't get no scientists to tell me. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you enjoyed me, please share and subscribe to my channel. I'm getting soaking wet on my camera here. For every like that I get, my umbrella's going away. Frame that here. Alright. For every like that I get, that's one pneumonia that I'll get, because I'm going to get a lot of pneumonia for doing this. As I always say, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. Stay groovy and have a wonderful day, you crazy people!